Alright, so this was the third game. Opening hand was terrible. Not a single land to be found, which is a little bit unusual. When we drop down to 6, it is a little bit better. We do have 2 lands available. Unfortunately, no blue mana, no early game plays. Earliest we can see here is a Gargoyle on 4 with nothing to be had from it, but we are on the play, and that is still a little unfortunate because we will not be able to make up with that 1 card disadvantage. Hopefully we can get things going. Do draw into a third land, still not a blue. Definitely not something we want to see. So down comes the Night Sky Mimic, and this is a lot of fun. Not competitive enough, but there is a lot of fun stuff that can be had with that when you come into the black and white colors. We do, however, get Scred here, which will be enough to kill that off. Usually if they try and put out the black-white enchantment, you want to, in response, have that mana available for Scred to get that going. So lands come down, he's going to swing. Actually does not have it right away, which is great. That would have been a great draw for him. Even better for us, I guess, if we would have been able to use the Scred in response. Down comes the Shrieking Grotesque. One of my favorite Pauper cards. I think does not see nearly enough play because there is no established basically black and white deck out there. Going to take this opportunity to get rid of one of our ninjas because we have one too many. Already going to have sometimes a hard time trying to get that in there. And so we're going to get rid of the extra and take the opportunity there to use our Spell Bomb and try and draw something. Thankfully, it is a blue land. This gives us a great chance here to use the Gargoyle, and we get to return the Aether Spell Bomb, which can act as card draw later on. Also gives us a decent blocker. However, the Unmake is going to cancel that out. Definitely not good for us because of the fact that it is exiled. Works really bad. One of the nice things about the Sanctum Gargoyle is the fact that you can return an artifact from the graveyard to your hand, so you can use a Gargoyle to return a Gargoyle, whereas opposed to Leonin has the added stipulation where it has to be a single cost artifact. So Aether Spellbomb is going down. We have an opportunity here to use it defensively and return a creature. Night Sky Mimic is coming down. Decided to use that opportunity to Scred the other one, so I wouldn't have to take another 4 damage. Most likely going to have to use that to draw a card, as you see there. Going to take some damage here. Drawn to Steam Core Weird, which is great. Gives me a lot of opportunities here to attempt to get rid of the weirds. These are, the mimics. This is going to be your primary target here because of the fact that it gets bigger. The Shrieking Gargoyle is going to still be a 2-1 no matter what. Hopefully for us, we can find ourselves in a situation where we have the ability to ninja in off of the Steam Core Weird. Going to, in response to this Pillory, blink the Weird. Not going to get to reuse that shock ability, but it is preventing the Pillory from coming into effect, which would basically cost us a life a turn, something we can't really handle here. So doesn't have another creature in play, which is great news for us, because when we attack through with this Steam Core Weird, we can now use the Ninja and switch that out. Unfortunately, only 1 blue mana means that we don't have the mana available to replay it in the same turn. Draw into a second Rift Watcher, though, and that'll be great to help us get our feet back under us. Also gives us a blocker here for the Shrieking Gargoyle. This is what I was talking about. This is the nice enchantment, Edge of the Divinity, and it works really great on these creatures, these black and white creatures. And so here it's not so great because this is mono white, but when you get it on these mimics, you can get a really disgusting creature on turn 3 that you can attack through with. Still going to take the damage here because of the fact that I know that I have some extra life gain in hand. I know that Rift Watcher is going to be able to get me even more life there. Going to swing through first so I can draw a card off of the Ninja. A lot of options here to replay. I can use the Squire to get back any of the spell bombs here. You see the Aether Spell Bomb will give me an opportunity to... I'll have to discard a card by returning this Gargoyle, but it will at least clear off that enchantment. Also have an opportunity to play Muldrifter if that was what I wanted. I did decide to get the Squire going because I do have that blink in the graveyard and that gives me some options later on. Going to wait until after he attacks through here, obviously on his turn, to use the Spell Bomb and return that. So that at least clears off the enchantment. I am going to be forced to discard a card here because he replays the Gargoyle. And so, oh, that's Shrieking Grotesque. I keep calling it Shrieking Gargoyle. Oh well. Options to discard, I went with the Rift Watcher because of the fact that I already was gaining life off of the current one. Unfortunately for me, he does get another enchantment up on that, and I am still facing down a 3/3. This time I will not be able to attack through with the Ninja and draw a card off that. do, however, get at least some luck here, and I can use this Muldrifter to make my play. No attacks through there. Do draw into a Trinket Mage, which gives me some options to find a Pyrite Spellbomb, which I can at the very least use in conjunction with the Steamcore Weird to get rid of the Grotesque. Draw into a second Trinket Mage. First one's going to go down, and an opportunity to find that Spellbomb. We have plenty of red mana available to us, so we can put that out and use it if we so desire to get rid of this. I'm sorry, the how do you say that? Gwillian. This hag. We'll say this hag. I have the opportunity to get rid of that hag if he does find himself with another enchantment to use that with. Decide here to get Bone Splitter because I wanted to start evening things up. I figure at the very least I should be able to soon be able to get through this gargoyle and start swinging through the air with that extra power. Another Grotesque comes down. Definitely unfortunate for me. I did decide the right thing to do here was get rid of the Bone Splitter, thanks to the fact that we have so many ways to return artifacts from our graveyard. If we get rid of the Steamcore Weird, we don't have any options to return that. It's just gone. So, draw into Sunbeam Spellbomb most of the time, like I said, is going to be working as simply life gain if you're in a really tough spot, mostly as card draw. So as expected, he blocks the Ninja. I am attacking all out here and have the momentary blink in my graveyard that I'm going to use to keep that alive. I'm going to have to trade off the Muldrifter here if I so wanted. I did decide that instead of letting that die, I would use the Pyrite Spellbomb and just kill off the Grotesque on the other side. So put down Sunbeam. Again, most of the time is going to act for you as card draw. Another Shrieking Grotesque comes down, and I have to get rid of the Weird at this point in time. I could have decided to activate the Spellbomb, draw a card, and use whatever card that was. It obviously would have been a plane, and I would have been able to keep the Steamcore Weird alive. Maybe a better play. I did decide I wanted to play a little bit more defensively and gain some life, and it actually did pay off in the end. Blind Hunter is going to come down, evening things up yet again. Have to take some damage here. Do draw into another momentary blink. It's going to give me an opportunity to chump block this 3/3 Shrieking Grotesque and just blink the Muldrifter. Going to work out to our favor because we will also get the chance to draw extra cards, hopefully finding a Scred or something that we can use. And we do there find it. So I'm going to just kill that off right away. Still have some trouble with these 2/2 flyers, 2/1 flyers. They're still going to have the ability to kill off this Muldrifter at the first opportunity. Syndicate of the Tights is coming in. That extort ability could be definitely troublesome very later on, but we do get a chance here at least to start recurring some more artifacts. This is a situation where I was definitely glad that I had gotten that Sunbeam Spellbomb and decided to use it for the ability of 5 life instead of drawing a card. It really, I would have saved myself the Weird, which could have killed off one of these guys, but at the same time, it really gave me a little bit more breathing room. So I think that is what was a great play there. So second Syndicate's coming down, and this is going to be a little bit troublesome. I do have the Pyrite Spellbomb back, however, I couldn't use that to start either killing off these flyers to clear a path for my attack, or get rid of these Syndics. Oh, it's not Syndicate, is it? Either way, killing off these 2/2 extorts so I can get through. I did decide that I wanted to start clearing a path for my attack. Obviously, the right move here, he does decide to haunt the Gargoyle because he knows if I attack through, it's going to go. Started to attack with everything here and realized that it wasn't really worth it. He would just simply be able to block through and kill off the Ninja and stuff like that. I'd have to use the momentary blink to keep it alive. Not really something that I wanted to do just yet. I decided I would use it instead to keep this Grotesque alive, not cost me that 2 off the haunt, and draw some cards there, which works out pretty well. I get a Spellbomb, another Leonin. Decide to start killing off some of these Extort guys before that can get out of hand. A lot of potential for that to be really cool. I guess not so far in the competitive level, but casually it works really great. It's a lot of fun to play with. So another edge coming into play, going to make that a 4/4 lifelink. I am going to be able to jump block it with 2 guys to kill it off. Going to put him up 4 life, but I think at this point in time I'm sitting pretty well, and I have a lot of potential to get myself still in this game. A lot of card draw off another Muldrifter. He only has 1 flyer left as well, so that gives me a chance to use the ninja at any point in time. Could have even killed off the Shrieking Grotesque, but I wanted to get rid of the extort creatures first and foremost because of the fact that they have that ability to gain him life. So I could have here, and probably the better play would have been to ninja in off of this gargoyle, so that I could have replayed the gargoyle and gotten back a spell bomb or even the bone splitter if I so desired. I am going to, however, keep playing through the Mulldrifters, draw some extra cards, tapping out to play the Rift Watcher, leaving 1 mana open in red just to kind of bluff at the fact that I have another Scred. Opponent decides to concede out here. I'm guessing he had no creatures. We had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 on the board for damage. So if he had no creatures there, he had no answers. He would have gone to 2 life and would not be able to handle all of these. So a little bit of a misplay on my part, but hopefully I wanted to show this game because I think it shows a lot of the great interactions through the graveyard and how that can really work out if you really get a good job going with the momentary blinks and the ninjas on the recursion of things like the Gargoyle and the Leonin Squire.